Hi, Harlem Capital. My name is Olivia Wang. I grew up in Shanghai, moved to Boston for high school, and am now a junior at Stanford University. I'm currently studying symbolic systems, which TLDR is a combination of computer science, psychology, philosophy, and design classes. I like to explain symbolic systems as learning technology in context. From computer science classes that I was once intimidated by to design thinking courses that have changed my career aspirations, I've grown an obsession for thoughtfully designed products, and even more so, I love studying how we as humans interact with them. My short-term goal is to continue learning by doing. Since my journey at Stanford started 2.5 years ago, I've paid very close attention to what energizes me, and I followed it very closely. So during my first year at Stanford, which was all virtual, I spent the day taking online classes and the nights picking up dinner for my family. And I often found myself conversing with small business owners during the wait. I realized that the pandemic was disproportionately impacting women business owners and business owners of color. And at the same time, I found myself surrounded by very talented and eager students at Stanford. So I leveraged these two opportunities to start a social impact consulting club to help local businesses in the Bay Area. From cold emailing potential clients and gaining their trust, to ideating solutions with strategists and supporting their professional development, I've learned by repetition and iteration on how to manage people and projects. Similarly, last year, I was very keen on breaking the glass ceiling of Web3. The space seemed to be ripening by day, and I felt out of the loop and honestly quite intimidated. I reached out to a few Stanford Business School students who were starting initiatives in the space, and I pitched myself to them. I pitched a role for myself at their initiatives, at their startups, and eventually I found myself at Novelty, which is the equivalent of kind of an Eventbrite in Web3. And I learned a lot by being thrown into the work, by reading the news updates every day, and by asking questions. This learning by doing has taught me what I like, how I like to work, and how I work best with others. I know now that entrepreneurship is is the most energizing outlet for me, and as such, my long-term goal is to innovate and build. I'm especially passionate about the fashion industry. This industry is ripe for change, and I want to be at the forefront of driving this movement, especially as it relates to sustainability. I've already begun trying my hand at designing and building solutions in the sustainable fashion space. So most recently, over the past couple of months, I've been building Daha, which is a peer-to-peer borrowing platform for college students. By simplifying and the borrowing process on campus, I'm hoping to encourage resourcefulness among my peers, nudging them to turn away from overconsumption and overnight shipping on Amazon, and instead turn to using what already exists in the community. What started as a class project has snowballed into a huge part of my identity. Building solutions for sustainability energizes me, and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. While I'm eager to build, I'm equally as keen on learning from the other side of the table too. Harlem Capital's internship provides the perfect opportunity for me to dive headfirst into the venture world. As an aspiring founder myself, I want to learn how investors think and evaluate startups, what makes for a good founder and team, how to conduct due diligence, and how to make decisions. Beyond my general interest in venture, though, my dream job is to work specifically at Harlem Capital because of your focus on empowering diverse founders. Honestly, I feel very, very seen by your team and your portfolio, and it's clear that you guys put money where your mouth is. And it would be a privilege to help change the face of entrepreneurship with Harlem Capital. Now, before I go, I do have 2 questions for your team. 1, what does growth look like for Harlem Capital interns? What do they go on to do post-internship? Do they come back? And 2, what verticals are you guys the most excited about right now? Thank you for your time. I'm very excited to hear back from the team.